These artists bring the heat at 160 beats per minute and higher. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 drum and bass artists. For this list, we considered only artists that mainly dabble in the drum and bass and jungle genres. Other genres of electronic music are lists for another time. Number 10. Netsky. Named after a computer virus, this name could not be more fitting, as Netsky's beats are sonically infectious. Specializing in a liquid funk sound that includes many layers, this Belgian producer began performing in 2008 and has been prominent on the scene ever since. It wasn't until the release of his debut self-titled album that Netsky's career blew up. A short time after its release, he earned a nomination for Best Upcoming Producer from the Drum and Bass Arena Awards, further pushing his career forward. Netsky stands out from the rest, incorporating a full band into his gigs to create a live show like no other.
Go! Go! Go!
Number 9. Black Sun Empire. In EDM, you have to have a sick stage name to be noticed. Black Sun Empire, made up of Dutch composers René Verdoux and brothers Milan and Mika Heibauer, formed in 1993. However, began producing drum and bass music in 1995. Black Sun Empire has released multiple hit albums such as 2010's Lights and Wires, as well as completed multiple tours. While they have recently begun producing dubstep, there's no denying Black Sun Empire's influence in the drum and bass genre. Number 8. LTJ Bucum. Add a little bit of ambiance and just a sprinkle of jazz and you'll get our next pick. A well-known innovator of the drum and bass genre, LTJ decided early on in his career that he was not a fan of the unintelligent jungle scene popular during the period. What did he do about it? Added some jazz, of course. LTJ paved the way for some experimentation in the genre by moving away from some of the more hardcore sounds. With such early massive hits as Horizons and Demon's Theme, LTJ's music changed the genre and influenced countless later musicians. Number 7. Aphex Twin. Although not always a drum and bass artist, Aphex Twin has fully explored the sound and is considered a highly influential artist in the genre. Beginning his career at an early age, Aphex pioneered today's electronic music scene with his IDM style throughout the 1990s. With multiple album releases, pseudonyms, and cryptic promotions over 30 years, Aphex added a unique flair to the electronic genre. While in the past, he has influenced many newer musicians across all genres, such as Daft Punk and Radiohead, just to name a few. His legacy in the drum and bass genre will live forever. Number 6. Bad Company UK. Not to be mistaken with the British rock supergroup Bad Company, Bad Company UK has seen an enormous amount of success in their short 7 years together. Bad Company are often hailed for their drum and bass track The Nine, which is often considered one of the best drum and bass tracks of all time. Although the group, which consists of producers Maldini, dBridge, Fresh, and Vegas, are no longer making music together, they continue to release quality drum and bass tunes as solo artists. Number 5. Nero. This electronic trio burst out onto the electronic scene in 2004, but didn't see any major success until 2006 with their hard drum and bass EP, Requiem. While they have had many successful releases since then, most notably Promises, whose remix by Skrillex won a Grammy, it's Nero's awesome high-speed drum and bass that earns the number 5 spot on our list. With a killer release in 2011's Welcome Reality and a highly anticipated 2015 album entitled Between Two Worlds, Nero is currently one of the biggest names in the industry. Number 4. Sub Focus. Starting to spin records in 2002, Sub Focus gained a small following early in his career, releasing a number of commercially successful singles in the mid-2000s. Since then, Sub Focus has accomplished many feats, from remixing many mainstream artists to releasing multiple top 20 hits. While he is relatively new in comparison to some other entries on our list, we have no doubt he will continue to churn out classic drum and bass tunes. Number 3. Dillinja. If you are a fan of drum and bass, you must be familiar with Dillinja. This man is responsible for many of our own drum and bass classics such as Silver Blade and Twist 'Em Out. Dillinja is not just a producer, however, as longtime collaborator Lemon D and himself formed record label Valve Recordings. He didn't stop there, as they later developed the Valve sound system to assist future producers. It could be argued that with his massive amount of releases, which adds up to over 500 since 1991, that he could be the most prolific drum and bass artist. But we'll leave that up to you. Number 2. Pendulum. This Australian-British group, who infuse hard rock with drum and bass, are without a doubt one of the biggest names in the genre. Whether you like the drum and bass roots of Hold Your Color or the electro rock Granite, Pendulum has something for everyone. While currently Pendulum is on hiatus, and out of the ashes we were given Rob Swire's project Knife Party, we still crave a Pendulum reunion. We can dream, right? Before we drum up our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I feel so
Number 1. Noisia. A trio of drum and bass producers from Netherlands have undoubtedly released some of the best tracks of the genre. Although they have explored other electronic genres such as electro house and grime music, it is their drum and bass sound that snags the gold. Before just creating their own tracks, Noisia produces and remixes a large variety of tracks for other artists, like electro rock bands Hadouken's Mic Check and The Prodigy's Smack My Bitch Up. Noisia is one of the biggest names in a genre that is rapidly expanding. So, do you agree with our list? Who is your favorite drum and bass artist? For more electronic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.